The more I read about Justin Trudeau's demands to have 24 Sussex Drive renovated, the madder I get, and here's why. First of all, 24 Sussex Drive is a privilege. It's a perk. I've been invited there a couple times. It is a gorgeous, stately heritage building on the fanciest street in Ottawa with a priceless view. It comes with a full staff, everything from maids to cooks to gardeners to security. Anyone who would look at that and sniff and say, it's not good enough for me, is nothing but a spoiled rich kid, which is exactly what Justin Trudeau is. That's the first thing. Only a snob, an elitist, would complain about living in a gorgeous home like that. Second, it's tantamount to giving himself a huge raise. I've now seen estimates for renovations that start at $10 million and some that literally cost $150 million to add a working area to the house. Can you even believe that? Well, isn't it handy that the poor little rich kid simply waves his scepter and that $10 million or $20 million or $150 million perk lands in his lap and his family's? Sure beats having to convince the public or even Parliament to give him more perks and pay. Must be nice. My third objection is, for 9 years, that house was good enough for Stephen Harper and his kids, good enough for cabinet ministers and foreign visitors, for all sorts of VIPs. And to see the media party me-tooing the Liberal Party that the house is a disgrace and an embarrassment and how could anybody live there, literally while Stephen Harper is still there with his family, they're still packing things up. Well, this shows a grotesque snobbery and classism on the part of the media, too. Oh, the house was crummy and moldy and falling apart. Oh, but that's good enough for some hillbillies from Calgary who don't know which fork to use or how to pair wines with their salads. Good enough for them, but for our young Prince Justin, only the finest will do. How dare anyone say he shouldn't be the recipient of any and every luxury, like the Princess and the Pea? I suppose my fourth objection is, this is the guy who actually campaigned as a hero of the middle class, Justin Trudeau and middle class, eh? Have you seen his convertible Mercedes that he inherited from his father? It's worth over $1 million. His trust funds are worth millions. This is a guy who thinks it's normal to give paid speeches while he was an MP to charities and to charge them $20,000 a pop for the privilege of hearing him. He thinks that's how you treat money, charity money no less. And now we see how he treats public money. Yeah, middle class. I guess my fifth objection is what it says about his priorities. Trudeau made a big deal about how one of his top priorities was to provide drinking water to every Indian reserve in Canada. Now, that's obviously a priority for anyone with a heart, but it's a bit more complex than just some philosopher king, Prince Pretty Boy in Ottawa, just ordering it to be done. I mean, there are Indian bands who have jurisdiction over Indian reserves. They have their own politics, their own power, like in Attawapiskat, where the corrupt band council and chief spent money on hockey arenas and Zambonis and rich salaries for themselves, while their poor band members lived in leaky houses. When Stephen Harper ordered that that band be put under financial management, the band went to court and a judge threw out the federal accountants, so saying it was an intrusion. So it's easier said than done than just to go in and fix things. But Trudeau did say he would work on drinking water for Indian reserves. He made a big deal about it. He said drinking water for Indian bands was a signature policy item for him. Infrastructure spending, he called it, millions of dollars. But isn't it funny? The first infrastructure program he really cares about is getting himself a new house. The 4-star house at 24 Sussex isn't enough. He needs a 5-star house. $10 million, $100 million. He deserves it. Oh, you Indian bands? Yeah, you can wait. I mean, he's a liberal prince after all. He's entitled to his entitlements, isn't he? And that's the sixth thing. A fish rots from the head down. Justin Trudeau has just set the example for every cabinet minister, every MP, every bureaucrat, every appointee, every diplomat, everyone in the civil service for the next 4 to 8 years. This is how you spend public money. This is how you empire build. This is how you treat perks and expenses. You take it. You take it and you take more because you're entitled to it. We just finished 9 years of government led by a penny-pinching Scottish economist, son of an accountant, brother of an accountant. The kind of government that fired a cabinet minister for charging a $16 orange juice to taxpayers. Now we're led by a spoiled trust fund rich kid who has never worked a day in his life but was a millionaire from birth by inheritance, and he's going to live like it. And you and me, why, we're going to pay for it. For TheRebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant.